What happened? Why did that happen? This video has no research. I'm too busy playing Swarm Disaster to do research. I'm going off the fact that I watched Eva 6 years ago, Gurren Lagann before I knew my own name, and several Gurren analysis videos over the span of my continued existence. Kimi no inai, sekai ni mo. Kokichi Muda is a fucking hack, and that's top tier character writing. Mecha, by my limited knowledge of the genre and for the purposes of this video, can be split into two camps, Real Robot and Super Robot series. Real Robot is when there's a little guy, and you can, there are parts, and when you break them, fuck, you gotta put them back together. The little guy's broken and out of commission. Super Robot is when. And so the question is, when Jujutsu Kaisen does a mecha tribute episode, which camp does it belong to? Well, you know Jujutsu and its references. Why make one Hunter x Hunter reference when you can make 10 of them? So Akutami, and especially the brilliant motherfuckers who adapted this episode, did both. The exterior of the mech design, and by consequence how it moves around and functions, it's an Eva. That's an Eva. Look at it do the Eva things. Absolute ultimate Mechamaru is a little more smooth compared to the blocky stud muffin that is Ariel. And oh, that is fleshy. So yeah, very Eva leaning. But the weapons on this bitch? That's super mecha, baby! Look at the sick-ass chase scene. I know Gundam does these too, but fuck man, big homing laser chases are prerequisite to super mecha. And this one's really unique because the lasers aren't homing in on another mech, they're homing in on a non-mech combatant. You seen that shit before? Where? Symphogear? So creative, and Mahito changes his... not the fucking point. And so Mechamaru has exorbitant amounts of super mecha imagery. You guys cannot be fucking serious with the Gurren tribute here, I screamed! But take a look at Pigeon Viola once more. It's probably not immediately noticeable, but there is a major difference between how this scene looks and how it would look in Gurren Lagann. This shit's slow. This chase is so slow. Mahito is transforming into like actual animals and escaping. The gap of power shown between Jujutsu Kaisen and its framesakes is insurmountable. Cursed energy is not a power system where you just get infinite power because you're the most selfish person in the room. Don't look at me like that. It's a fairly limited system when it comes to power scaling among just its shonen contemporaries. And so, when Mechamaru attempts to make a super robot, he's going to immediately run into some complications. Mechamaru uses super robot imagery and weapons to hype up the power of his very restricted real robot, and that makes him a hack. Are you guys satisfied with my thesis? You can click off the video now. No, but it's so interesting though, because in the attempted use of the authority of super robots, he becomes another lagann. Super robots can do the things real robots can, and are definitely overqualified in most cases, but the worst case scenario is when a real robot tries to do the things a super robot can. Mechamaru is indeed using some sort of human willpower to charge his mech, but that fighting spirit is able to be quantified. No matter that the robot is running off of 17 years of special grade curse charge when its opponent's existence is made up of cursed energy. Wait, what if Mahito jacked the robot? When will you learn? When will you learn that your super robots have super consequences? Super robotism is fundamentally incompatible with the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. I say as though super robotism and empathy can be equated. You saw Edgerunners, right? It's the same thing. The aspirations towards ascendancy and living up to all of your ideals fails in the wake of the fact that these systems are inherently bigger than you. Galotimos was an outlier. Ryuko Matoi was a bigger outlier. Team Daiguren was the outlier to end all outliers. You are not an outlier. When a whole-ass humanoid entity can outrun your curse-seeking beams shot from the cannon of a giant guy, you are not an outlier. And Mechamaru sees it through to the end, even creating a facsimile of the final bout versus the anti-spiral in Gurren. But there is no theme song to be played, and the real robot ruptures under the weight of its hubris. You can try all you damn well please to sustain yourself on the power of friendship, but a jujutsu sorcerer dies alone.